everybody, welcome back to One for the Weekend, the best podcast you've never heard of. But if you have heard of it and you enjoy it, you should be telling people.
Yeah, go and leave us a review on...
I tell you what, Flav, I'll tell you this for free.
What?
There's a few Derby games this weekend.
Never.
I was surprised.
Sorry, I'm just trying to turn this on.
Could have done it before.
I know, but it's more...
It's
more organic, isn't it?
Yeah.
Go on. What Derby games is there?
I had a quick look at the fixtures this week, and you'd be surprised.
Well, there's the North London Derby.
Well, there is actually, on Sunday, there are some big Derby games, and one tiny, minuscule one that no one cares about. Chelsea, Fulham, Arsenal is the one that no one cares about. It's sort of bragging rights for the second biggest club in West London. Arsenal, Spurs, and Liverpool, Everton. We're going to be discussing both of those. Footballers Wangs is back.
Yes, big one this week.
Oh, huge one this week, guys. And an average size one as well.
Oh, two?
Yeah, we've got two. And Find a Way is back as well.
But just because you played at Wembley, your winky doesn't count in this instance. No,
it's not my winky.
All right, okay.
But it's someone in our teams.
Oh, really? Ooh. Is it Brian's?
No. Oh. He's not a footballer, is he?
Right.
So stick around for that. And if you haven't listened to previous podcasts, stop right now, get off this podcast and go listen to those other ones because we have some updates from Flame's advice.
Okay,
very exciting.
But we will give a little bit of context when we tell them. We've got
briefly, but if you really want to be in this in-joke, and I'll tell you now, once you're in there, it's glorious.
It's lovely and warm in there.
It's lovely and warm, but yeah, the water's fine. But you've got to put the work in, okay? But there are some...
what if they leave this video or leave the podcast and get distracted and never come back? No. We don't want them.
No, we don't want you, I'm afraid. We don't want you in the greatest comment section on YouTube.
It is great.
So let's go through the fixtures. As I say, a couple of Derby games this week. Cardiff Wolves on the Friday. Right. Friday game. Yeah. Strange. Which is of course, it's the unfair Animal Kingdom derby. The bluebird versus the wolf. So a few of these were sent to me on Twitter. Thank you. I can't be asked to shout out all of you, but you know who you are.
Keep doing the work though.
Yeah, keeping the work in though. It's all for a better product, so you're winning as well. And then on to Saturday, you've got Crystal Palace versus Burnley at Selhurst Park, which is the hard Brexit derby. I asked Jord the Lord, why is this the hard Brexit derby?
Is Jord Lord?
Jord Lord's guy tweeted.
Right.
So there is one shout out. There you go. He said, I've got a few reasons actually. One, Croydon and Burnley are defo hard Brexit areas. Two, Sean Dyche is as Brexit as they come. I think it's a little bit, I think you're judging a book by its cover there.
But fair enough.
And Roy Hodgson definitely wanted to leave the EU in 1972. And three, Ben Mee and James Tonkins scream Brexit.
Yeah, they do.
Is that enough?
That is enough.
And it was. Huddersfield versus Brighton, which is the universally liked manager derby. But who will come out on top?
Right.
David Wagner and Chris Hughton. Who do you like more?
I'm not a big fan of Wagner, I've got to say.
Not feeling him?
No, I just think he looks a bit like he's got up to stuff and not told anyone.
If he wasn't in a...
Check his floorboards. What's underneath them. Do you know what I mean?
Not his hard drives, his
hard drives.
No, he's old school. He's old school. He hides stuff no longer in hard drives. Takes them off the hard drives, put them in the floppy disk under the floorboards. No one's going to look there.
Safe and sound. Good. And yeah, his glasses and his hair gel is suspicious.
Something's not right there.
Do you remember I don't know if they still do that.
His skin looks so good as well. It looks like an 8-year-old boy's.
Right. Do you remember the old school hair gel? Where you literally just go...
yeah, just the screw.
Screw top. Smelled amazing. And it was like sort of gunge gel. Yeah. It was very cool. I reckon that's what Wagner uses.
Yeah, just
and
like
the cheek kind and all. So yeah, of course, that's what was it again? Universally liked manager derby. Leicester versus Watford in the King Power Stadium. Stop before Derby, if you're going that way. I was struggling.
That was good. Stop before Derby.
Man City versus Bournemouth, which is... Do you want to guess this one?
Manchester City versus Bournemouth is... I have no idea.
I was there when we were in League One. Look at us now, derby.
Very good.
Newcastle versus West Ham. They think they're the biggest club outside the top six, despite being relegated in the last 10 years, derby.
Woo!
That was from Twitter. Don't get angry at me. Southampton versus Man United, which is the heaven and hell derby. You've got the Saints versus the Devils. And on Sunday, we're then into the double derbies. Chelsea, Fulham, which is a West London derby. It's also the posh West London racist derby. You've got Arsenal versus Spurs, North London derby, which is
good versus evil derby.
Otherwise known as the Mike Dean derby. And Liverpool versus Everton, the Abel Xavier or Nicky Barmby, depending on your preference, derby.
Good.
Some exciting games this weekend. So reasons to listen. Carl said, just checking in. This is last week in the comment section. Just checking in. Loving the podcast, obviously. Really invested in this coffee shop brewing relationship as well. Keep it up, lads.
Is there an update on that?
Well, Loz of the Fat Man also asked, just started tuning into the podcast in the last few weeks and it's a crack up every time. Fingers crossed Bagel Guy is successful in his conquest.
So is there going to be an additional part to the schmore debacle? Schmear.
So there are updates. That's all I can reveal.
Well, tell me now, or if I was walking out, is that one of the updates today? Or otherwise, I will leave.
I can't reveal that.
I will leave, and you'll do this on your own.
I can't reveal that. Yep. Bit of backbone from Alcott. Tammy's on the ones and twos. Of course, he's had a tough couple of weeks. For those of you who don't know, Adam he was the regular. We loved him. We loved his woeful ways with the women. But he's moved on, and we've now got...
He's got a girlfriend.
This jet black-haired Lothario in Tanvir, who's also a Man United fan, which some people are struggling with. Andrew, LFC, says this, class content as per usual. Just to say, Tan, a lot more vocal than Adam was. He's like a full third member, bringing a teenage cheeky vibe. Not sure how I feel about it right now, so I'll get back to you when I make my mind up.
I'll just wait around until he.
You're just hanging around, yeah.
I'm not going to say that he is a full member. That's ridiculous. His job is there to press the buttons and speak when we ask him to.
Wow.
As long as he does that, he's fine. He can keep his job. Otherwise, I'll sack him.
Few people calling you a Hindi fraud, Tanvir. Thoughts on that?
Wait, people just started tweeting me Hindi fraud and everything.
Because we asked him to say a phrase in a football phrase.
You asked
a very common football phrase.
You asked me to say stat nuggets.
You butchered it.
Okay, well why don't you say this for me? Let's head off to Twinkles in Hindi. To get ourselves ready for the weekend.
Twinkles, Jare. I don't know. Who says Twinkles?
Why is Twinkles
Go Twinkles early!
Oh my God.
Right, that's...
Early Twinkles this week. I'm excited. I haven't seen Flav all week. Now I have. There go.
All right, mate.
All right, mate. Look at that face.
What?
Look at that camera.
Your face?
Look at that camera.
I'd rather look at your face.
Look at that face. You've got the face of an angel. Keep looking. Look at that face. You've got the face of an angel. So pure and innocent. Were you raised by nuns?
Well, not that I know of.
Well, speaking of nuns, none of the last 8 league meetings between Cardiff and Wolves in Cardiff have ended as draws. Both sides have won 4 games apiece in that time. Get your coat. Aggressive.
Yeah.
So, okay.
All right, sweetheart. How you doing?
Music's cracking, isn't it?
No, it's all right.
So, who are you here with then tonight?
I'm on my own.
Oh, really? So, what, you're not with anyone?
Oh no, I've got some people. Is that
what are their names? What are their names?
Name's Sharon.
You got Sharon?
We've got Sheza.
Sheza's there as well. Who else?
And we've got Shaniqua.
All right. So you don't know Carol.
Oh no.
You don't know One Tooth Carol. You don't know Carol.
I don't know Carol.
That's a relief. Speaking of Carols, West Ham's Andy Carroll scored just once in 14 Premier League games against his former clubs, netting in a 2-0 win for the Hammers against Liverpool in January 2016.
Get in! So get in!
I tell you what. I'll tell you this for free. Okay? Weekends come. Well, it's a weekend right now because that's what we're doing. And I'm being around you. It makes me want to sing from the rooftop.
Oh, you're a charmer.
Sometimes I look at you and I think, oh, what a feeling when you're dancing on the ceiling.
Right.
Speaking of Richie, Matt Ritchie has registered 14 league assists for Newcastle United since joining the Magpies ahead of 2016-17, more than any other player for their club.
Moist.
As an energetic trip to Twinkles.
If I was in a club and you did all of that, I'd definitely give you my front bum.
Oh my God.
For an hour
So
or two.
the image of you with a front bum is well,
It's all right.
it's difficult. Arsenal versus Spurs. Hello. The first fixture you look for. Let's talk football. Let's calm this down a second. Although I say calm it down, this is the one you look for, isn't it, first?
It's not the one I look forward to, but
True. You hate this. You hate this game.
Yeah, because there's so much riding on it. I hate it less than I used to. I do, there was a time with Spurs versus Arsenal, I would look at it and there'd be a month in the run-up and I'd be like, butterflies would be going 4 weeks in. 4 weeks in run-up.
Really?
Yeah, it was terrible. And because they used to do us every single time.
Yeah.
It's like foreboding. You're waiting to get pumped. And we did. We used to get pumped so much. And now...
It's like when you know Twinkles is at the end of the running order.
Yeah, you're
Just
waiting to be
pumped.
pumped. And, so it's... But now I see things are much more even. Spurs and Arsenal pretty much been... You can't really separate us in the league.
Well, that's a great comment, Flav.
Right.
And I know you don't like your stats, but these just go back and forth, so I'm just going to go through them. Because you think Arsenal have got it. And this is the difficulty of any football fan going into the derby. You have one feeling of hope, and then you have one feeling of dread. So one feeling of hope. Arsenal have won just one of their last 8 Premier League matches against Spurs. Drawn 4, lost 3, which is good, right?
Yeah.
But Spurs have won just one of their last 25
Yeah, but that's
away Premier League games against
that's
Arsenal.
before Pochettino. It's completely
It's
different.
not before Pochettino, is it? So a lot of it's during Pochettino.
How many times have we played Arsenal? No, we must have played them 8
enough.
times.
What, with Pochettino?
Yeah.
Fact is, you don't have a good record away from home.
No, but no one in the top 6 has a good record away from home apart from Man City. So, Arsenal don't have a good record at White Hart Lane and Wembley since Pochettino took over. It's hard. Don't get me wrong. Going to Arsenal,
You can always spin it.
it's not spinning it. It's just the way football is.
But this time last season, I remember doing this podcast talking about this game, and you were looking at it and you were very confident, rightly so.
Away from home.
I think the first game was away from home.
Yeah, it
You
was.
lost it, didn't you?
Yeah.
And you ended up losing it. And that was during a period with Wenger where obviously it was pretty toxic. Do you have the same confidence this time?
Yeah, I do, because like I say, our record under Pochettino is very good against Arsenal. Apart from that game away at the Emirates where they deserved it, more than deserved it, they really did. Just they outplayed us, outmuscled us, outworked us. Of course, they're dangerous, and they always will be at Emirates. I think their record at Emirates is insanely good over the last year or two. So it's just one of those things. You're going into a derby game. Form doesn't go out the window, but if you take form into account, both teams are playing well. Arsenal haven't lost since the second game of the season.
11 games unbeaten.
Spurs have won 10 of their 13 in the league. We're really good away from home.
7 of your last 8 Premier League away games you've won.
There you go. So
very good.
It has everything in it to be an exciting game of football. I would say that both sets of fans go in it hopeful, both sets of fans go in nervous, and not just because it's a North London derby, because both have played brilliantly. Arsenal's front line is incredible. It's one of the best in Europe, but so is Spurs.
Yeah.
I would say the only advantage we have is if you look at our performance against Chelsea, where I've never seen a more one-sided win against the top 6 sides from one or the other.
Yeah.
We were incredible in
a game that you were hopeful of winning, not
I
truly confident.
I would have taken a draw before.
Yeah.
As soon as it started, and you realised we've got this game. Within 5 minutes, you realised I can't see us losing this. I was still nervous throughout. Even when we were 3-0 up, I was like, but we did enough. We showed so much. The players' ability to implement Poch's strategy, it was just perfect. It was perfect. We strangled them in midfield.
Yeah.
And they just couldn't play. And Kante couldn't play, and Jorginho couldn't play. And Jorginho's been brilliant this season.
It's funny, isn't it? It's like, I think these big games against the top 6 sides, they feel like sort of boxing matches where, okay, we know they both looked pretty good up until now, but you don't know really how good these two are until they play each other. And Chelsea, a team that everyone's been going on about, and Spurs, a team that there's been this perception that you're crap.
I think it's just that we haven't moved forward rather than crap.
Well, yeah, there's no exciting new exciting elements. Yeah, you're right. But then you go into that game, and all of a sudden you go, oh, hang on a minute, well, Dele Alli's back now. Eriksen's there, Son's back.
Yeah.
Kane's starting to score the goals again. And you went, like I say, when those boxers kind of come up against each other, you then all of a sudden realise, oh, hang on. For me, the glaring thing for the Chelsea team was, where's the pace? They've got no pace at all. So if they can't totally control a game, then they're in trouble.
What I would say with Arsenal is that they've got pace in abundance, and Lacazette I think is out, but Aubameyang, he's going to probably play for the middle, which makes him dangerous. I think that's his best position. He's insanely productive for a forward. He was always involved in goals and assists. We kept him out at Wembley last year, but this is different from playing at home. It's going to be a good game. It's going to be exciting. I can see goals in it, and I just hope we score more than them because it's going to be one of them.
Are you impressed by Emery?
Yeah, of course, absolutely. Well, I mean, look what he's done. I've been massively impressed, and he's likeable as well, which is.
And do you know what? His English is getting better and better very quickly. So he's obviously, diligent, putting the work in, and wanting to be able to communicate better with his team.
Yeah, I think when he signed, I was like, he's kind of a manager of clubs that just do enough, but never really kind of shine, other than PSG. But PSG, any semi-decent manager is going to win the league with PSG. But what he did in Spain was, he did well with Sevilla. He won Europa Leagues, and he qualified for the Champions League occasionally, and was always like that, the next side out of the top three.
Yeah, he got the best out of that squad, totally.
Which
and
is a similar situation with Arsenal.
Mm.
So it's what can he do once they give him the investment that he needs, and then we'll see what kind of manager and if he's the right manager for Arsenal, because Arsenal are in a fight with Spurs and Chelsea to finish in the top four, and that isn't enough for them.
Often with managers, I kind of think people go, let's say like Pulis or Neil Warnock or whoever, they're like, they're managers who do that, and they're managers who do that. And I don't like to box a manager that much.
Mm.
I wonder.
But usually it's accurate. Usually.
I don't know. I don't know if it is, because I think you get pigeonholed, and then you only get those kind of jobs. Like everyone hates Pardew and Allardyce and Warnock and all these guys. But they've all had the same kind of job every time, and they've always reached a certain limit and then struggled after that. And sooner or later, you're going to lose your job.
But Emery has the right job to win the league.
Yeah, I think there's a bit more scope for. It's a great opportunity for him, this Arsenal job, and also you've got a club and a squad that was screaming out for more information, and you saw that. If you watch the Bournemouth game, you watch the goal, the winning goal. More information. The way that Wenger played was. It was about getting the ball, it was about nature over nurture. It's about artistry. And it was about getting the ball to these talented players up in the final third of the pitch and let them do what they want to do. Yeah. You look at that last goal against Bournemouth to get them the win in what was a tight game against a good Bournemouth side. Mm. And the goal comes from, I think it's a Iwobi in a bit of a more central area. You've got him and Mkhitaryan both trying to play a little bit more narrow. They have the bravery to have Kolasinac out really wide, and this is a guy who's supposed to be playing left back. And as soon as Iwobi gets it, he turns, and Kolasinac is gone, and he plays that ball inside. He plays the ball across, and that's a well-drilled tactical goal. Mm-hmm. Those kind of goals didn't happen as much under Arsene Wenger.
You look back at the goal versus Fulham, which is probably has to have a shout for goal of the season. Which ended with back heel from Ramsey. That was a system that happened. The reason why that goal happened. I would say though that if they play their fullbacks in the same way, that it's going to be an exciting game of football.
Yeah, that's true.
We will be able to get at them if that's the way they play.
I'm not. I guess it's a home game, so they kind of need to come out and be positive. But I think he'll have a total plan on both sides of the ball, like when you've got the ball as well, especially after the way that you played against Chelsea.
The major successes that happened at Chelsea is that we were able to break so quickly once we'd choked their play, and that's what kept happening. Is that they kept him, they had nothing to play through, and as soon as he got the ball, Son, Ali, Ericsson, whoever's on the pitch at the time, because it happened throughout the 90 minutes, they were gone, and we were just pulling them everywhere. And I look at Arsenal's defensive frailties in the same way as Chelsea's. It'll be a different system, but there are issues there, and their high line, Arsenal's, is if they do play high line as they have done, I can see us getting at them. Yeah. I thought we could get at Chelsea. I didn't think we'd be as good as we were. If you can take the same philosophy going into that game, and that's not the case. The massive game against Inter we had this week. So it's 3 huge games, and whether or not you can keep that intensity up throughout those is going to be an issue. But I think going in North London Derby, these players don't get up to it. They need to get up for it. They've all done it before. They've all experienced the North London Derby before. The experience is there. The will to win is there. All of them have played multiple North London Derbies. 5 or 6 of them. Yeah. The only one that hasn't is Lucas Moura and...
Foyth, if he plays, that'd be interesting.
Foyth. That will be an interesting one because Vertonghen's back.
But do you drop him in that one?
I think we drop him. Yeah, he's a kid. He's played well, but he's not out of error than Vertonghen. The only way he plays is if we play a 3 at the back, which I can't imagine us doing.
The thing with Arsenal with me is I was always waiting, can they do it against these bigger teams? Those first 2 games they weren't able to do it, but the home game against Liverpool, I was really impressed with how they played. I thought they'd get overrun. I thought they'd get stretched. both they were able to have a real attacking impetus and defensively do well as
Liverpool
well.
were unlucky. They hit the post twice. They had a
I
goal.
think Arsenal were unlucky as well.
They had a goal ruled out unfairly offside. Are they that good? We'll see.
Quick plug for me, if I can.
What?
Me and
You can't
Flav.
say a quick plug for me. Just say what you're going to say.
It.
Just
Don't
do it,
say
mate.
quick
You're making it longer now, aren't you?
No, I'm not
Hope
saying
I get
about.
longer.
No, I'm not worried about the length.
It'd be done by now.
I'm not worried about the length.
It'd be done.
I'm just worried about you going a quick plug for me.
Yeah, I'm not worried about length either.
Yeah,
Thank God.
Carfrey worried about length?
Huh? Stick around. I did the process with Flav. The process is a series on my channel where I have nice chats with people. So if you like this chat and you want this chat, but just without the fern, because that's pretty much what it looks like, then head over to my channel and we talk about lots of different things, but in terms of relevant stuff, Flav's deep hatred for Arsenal. So go and check that out. That'll get you angry.
So what? I thought that was about our relationship and whatnot, and
Yeah,
things we're
that's
going
in
for.
there as
And then the
well.
way you're selling it is that my
I'm
hatred.
selling it
right?
now because of the North London Derby. It's a great time to drop it.
All right.
Great time. So go check that out. Liverpool versus Everton. It's 232nd time these guys have
Well,
played.
they've never been out of top flight, have they? Either,
Yeah.
so.
Everton are winners in 18 Premier League trips to Anfield against Liverpool. Drawn 9, lost 9 since a 1-0 win in September 1999. Bloody hell.
They have been proper shit in that time though, and Liverpool have been. There's a couple of decent Everton teams in that side, but by and large, Liverpool have been. It must be really hard for an Everton fan, because from a Spurs perspective, I've kind of experienced now sometime being above Arsenal and being considered by most to be a better football club. But with Everton, they've never had it, and they must get so wound up because I get wound up by Liverpool fans, and
And do you know what's annoying as well? The time when they finished 4th, Liverpool won the Champions League.
yeah.
And so they just
Well,
kind
we
of
had the exact
wiped it
same thing
away.
with
It's gonna be
Chelsea.
so
The
annoying.
exact same thing.
Really?
We finished 4th. Chelsea finished 6th, I think, or 5th.
Yeah.
And then they took our chance. But that, to be fair, Everton did stay in the competition. They went out to Villarreal, if I remember rightly, in the qualifiers.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, they've got a chance though.
I
The
feel
squad
good about
of
them.
Everton, the Everton squad is so strong now. You've got the players that they brought in from Barcelona are slowly starting to get embedded in now.
Andrew
Got-
Gomez.
Gomez is a player.
He's mustard.
He's mustard indeed. And Bernard is a good player. Mina's gonna.
He had a
used to-
good game against Cardiff the other day.
Did it? Yeah, well, they had 70% possession. I know at Cardiff they're going to park the bus. But also, the player of the season for Sigurdsson, I saw this. I watched the game, I can't remember which one it was, but Sigurdsson looked brilliant and Walcott looked great as well. And the reason I think Sigurdsson's going to have a great season, and I expect him to be their player of the year, is as much down to his ability, it's also down to the amount of pace he's now got around him.
Yeah.
Richarlison can run in behind, Walcott can run in behind, you can bring on Lookman. Bernard, he's no slouch either. They've got real, Coleman's going to get down the line, Baines can still do it. They've got so much dignity as well. They've got so many decent players.
Yeah.
And they're 6th in the league at the moment, above Manchester United, Tanvir.
No comment.
Well, here's a comment. -1 goal difference. They were 22 last year, plus 22.
And
Last year they were
you see him against young boys. God, they were boring.
That was embarrassing.
Such a boring football club.
The most exciting bit was me finding out that Flaney'd had his haircut.
He looks fucking weird.
Yeah, he needs to scrap back.
Yeah, go back. Tiny head. His head is minuscule.
Yeah, now we know why.
Do you know even head shrinkers in Beetlejuice? I know it's a niche.
That is nice.
Have you seen Beetlejuice?
I'm aware of it.
Mate, I don't know why you're looking at me.
you don't know what
I'm
it is.
never
You
gonna
weren't
know
even
what
born
that
then, I don't think.
Yeah.
So they've got a real chance in this game, but Liverpool, unbeaten still. Everyone's talking about Man City, and yet their goal difference is ridiculous. It's 35, Man City's.
Yeah.
But they're 2 points off them. They're not far off them, and they've conceded just 5 goals, which is the fewest at this stage of any of their 115 English league campaigns. It's the best they've
Wow.
ever done.
That's incredible.
And this is Liverpool. Do you know what I mean?
At Anfield.
They're quietly going about their business.
Liverpool.
Yeah,
What do you mean?
you know what I mean.
Well,
I just think
the second in the league, quietly going about.
Well, I think initially it was Chelsea, people going, they were just kind of letting them win their games, and we were talking about, can Liverpool actually do it this year? And then in the last few games, Chelsea had a little blip. Arsenal, Spurs have started getting their acting to gear. Man United have obviously had a bit of a nightmare.
They've
Man
just
City
been
are flying.
consistently doing it.
Yeah.
Haven't they? Rather like so quietly going about their business is one thing, but just really casually beating teams, it seems.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's what I mean. There's no drama, really.
Yeah.
There's not been any drama. And even in the last game, they had 10 men with Henderson, still got it done.
Well, yeah, right at the end, though. But Klopp has said that Salah is back to his best.
I saw another stat for you. It's his 50th game.
Mm-hmm.
Early trivia, actually. We'll go into trivia now. Here's an initial trivia question. So Salah's playing his 50th game. He's got 39 goals. Only 2 players in the first 50 games scored more goals in that period, in that 50-game period. First 50 games.
In the history of Premier League?
In the history of the Premier League. Who are they? Who are they?
Is Harry Kane one?
No.
Jesus, who? Shearer?
Yep.
Henry?
No. Do you want it? Shall I just say it?
Yeah.
Andy Cole.
I would have got it. Where you going?
Who am I?
Yeah, I think I got that.
Last week we asked you this question. Teammates with Peter Schmeichel, Gary McAllister, Stilian Petrov, Nikos Davazas, Tim Cahill, and Paul Merson. I am now retired. Who am I?
Who was you?
Yeah, and there was a little clue we gave you. The clue was, it's the Holy Grail. And the answer was, Jake Rigby got it right. Well done, Jake. Dion Dublin.
How do you grow up? What? Because of Wangs, but Wangs.
No, because he just seems like him from Homes Under the Hammer and that. This week I've got one for the old guys, one for the younger guys.
I don't think there's any old guys in there.
Huh? Well, they're all young'uns, are they?
Do us a favour, just so we can get a demographic of the ages of people who listen to this, just put your age in the comments. Whatever your age is, whatever it is, just right now, would it be 21, 31?
Oh,
I hasten to guess. I guess that the oldest person who listens to this podcast is 29. What would you say?
I would say much older than that.
Go
In
on.
my head, when I think
say
of you, when I think of you guys, I think there is a smorgasbord. But I do think there are a lot of 35 pluses.
Yeah,
Well,
I'd say 38.
38's the
38,
oldest.
David.
What you got?
I'm oldest. I think 45.
45? What's a 45-year-old sitting down on YouTube watching this for an hour? If
fun.
any of you, 45 years old, watching this, and you're 45 years old or older, get a life.
What?
Surely there's more to your life than sitting down and watching us two plebs talk about football. Fuck off, the lot of you.
The thing you're not thinking about is, of course, this is an audio podcast which you can go subscribe to on iTunes as well, wherever you are.
Yeah, but if you're old 45, not interested, seriously though, actually do write it down. I'm really, really fascinated. It doesn't matter how old you are, you're all welcome.
Who am I? This one's for the old ones. I am now retired, but won 38 caps for my country, which included playing at a World Cup finals. 3 years after playing in the World Cup, I scored a winner in an FA Cup final. I then later joined the team I had scored against in that FA Cup final. Who am I?
I have no idea.
The clue is think older. And here's an easier one, which I got straight away. And Craig in the office, this is the barometer of any question. You ask Craigie. If you can't get it, it's a good one. I played for 2 Premier League teams and 2 international teams. I also won the Golden Boot at a major tournament. Who am I?
2 Premier League teams, 2 international teams, and
a Golden Boot.
at the Premier League. In the Premier League.
Mm-hmm.
Is it Hasselbank?
No.
Oh.
Right. Hashtag.
Have you heard of Hasselbank? You've never heard of Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank? Fuck me.
That's not true.
Jim, what are we doing?
That's not true.
What are we doing? Jim, what are we doing?
They're imagining just like a little baby on like 1s and 2s, aren't they? 'Cause they haven't seen him, have they?
Tanvir, tell me honestly, have you heard of Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank?
That's not true. That's not true.
Take a guess.
That's nonsense.
That's
bullshit.
Take a guess about what team he might have played for.
Fenerbahce.
Fuck off.
Fenerbahce.
Put it on the wide and get out. Right.
Fucking hell.
Speaking of not funny.
Guess how old Tanvir is. Just say Tanvir and the age in the comments.
This should be good.
Hashtag Terrace banter. It seems to be the hashtag that's going with this one. We're yet to make Flav laugh from some kind of funny
is this it?
quip. This is the bit. But we've got a few. So on to Flav's camera, please. Right. Here we go. Funny stand. Hashtag funny stand shout he's gone for. This is Clarky Beast. You got it on him. Don't go back to me, Tanvir, by the way. Just stay on
You just
him.
want to stay on Flav?
Stay on Flav,
Alright,
please.
sure.
Liverpool played West Ham at home a few years ago, and Mark Clattenburg was the referee. he was having an iffy game, to say the least. Around the 70th minute mark, and with the score at 2-2, he gives an incorrect throw-in decision. This was the final straw for the fella next to me. From row 41 of the Kop, he screamed, "You see you, Clattenburg, you'd eat yourself if you were chocolate, you bronze-faced nonce." I haven't seen the fella since.
It's not really a chant, is it? It's just a statement.
Yeah, it's not funny, is it?
Not funny.
Fair enough. Jack Harrison, hashtag Terrace banter. Tottenham away at Middlesbrough in the early 2000s. For no reason whatsoever, the Borough fans break out into "Mido is a pedo, Mido is a pedo, da-na-na-na, da-na-na, nearly."
Thing is about that.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Mido-
Little segue.
No.
Go on.
I interviewed Mido literally an hour ago.
How mental was that?
Yeah, that is mental.
Yeah, so that's like
well, that's why I think that's where the smile come from, and that wasn't that funny. There's nothing inventive about that. Just rhyming pedo with Mido.
Yeah.
But
can I just say, pedo gags are really average.
Oh, and they're well old now. Calling someone a nonce is about as funny as cancer. It's just everybody.
It's not funny, is it?
Yeah, so it's just everybody doing it. But Mido went on to play for Borough, so did all right.
Yeah, but did you do it then, did you?
And having,
did you do it then?
And having met him today, can categorically claim or confirm that there was no pedo vibes.
Good.
That didn't occur to me at all when I was speaking to him.
Brilliant. Because it can. That will be in the Fighting Cock podcast. Go subscribe to Flav's podcast. Very soon. And final one. Let's give it a... Come on, here we go. Can we make him laugh? Hashtag Terrace banter. At Man City versus Fulham in February 2011-12, a blizzard howled around the Etihad. City were 3-0 up and the game was gone. The board went up for added time. There was 5 added minutes. This was greeted by both sets of fans singing, "We want to go home. We want to go home. It's fucking freezing. We want to go home."
It's nice, isn't it? It's all right. It's not funny. It's nice. It's good that everyone got together and had a sing-song.
It's heartwarming.
Yeah.
It's not funny.
That's it.
Yep, give it another go. Let us know in the comments. Is there anything funny that's ever happened in
I don't
football?
even mind if you make something up.
Yeah, just please. Because I think we're probably going to start to have a drop-off here.
Well, we'll probably have to just leave this section if you don't come up with any better stuff.
Right, footballers' wangs time.
What's been happening then?
So, I was at Wembley on Sunday, playing in the Wembley Cup.
Yes, you
It was
was.
a dream come true.
You sure?
Video coming on the James Lawrence Awkward channel. Another reason to go over there and subscribe. And I didn't even think of doing this. Because we lost the game. I was gutted.
Was you gutted?
I was devastated.
I saw you go, when the ball went in, you just sort of, "Oh no!" Because you had this little man down thing, didn't you? Every minute that passed, each team lost a player, and they scored the goal after the goalkeeper did not great to push it out. I don't know who scored it, some twat from F2. But you went, "Oh no!"
Yeah, I went, no,
Oh God, no! I saw that in you.
Yeah,
It was a shame.
it was tough.
You played well though, mate.
Thanks, pal. But yeah, so we had Cafu in our team. Who
What a quality footballer he still is. What have you, 68?
48.
It was great.
He was so good. And that's what you expect. But you watch these all-star games or watch the games like Soccer Aid and they're shit. I don't like you like Robert Pires. I don't know, did he play?
Yep, still training with Arsenal.
Was he any good?
I wasn't really watching that game. I was getting in the mind frame.
Okay. But, by and large, players that kind of let it go, apart from Ray Parlour, who's still mustard.
Is he?
Yeah, I played against him once. Coffey was just, every time he got the ball, he's like, he ain't losing it.
Mate, he was.
It's just a shame he had to pass to one of you lot. He should have just gone.
As I say, full reaction will be on my channel. But one thing I will say to you is that there was a moment, right? We're doing the warm up, and we're allowed like 6 minutes on the pitch because the pitch isn't great. So we're warming up on the AstroTurf a bit. Then we're on the pitch, and everyone was kind of like kicking the ball about. And then I looked around, and Cafu was just standing there, just in the middle of the pitch with his little puffer jacket on. And I thought,
He's having a fag.
yeah, just drop 2 pills. No, I didn't. And, he's just there still in his own. I just thought, I'm going to go over to you, Cafu.
Have a little chat.
But of course, he speaks Portuguese, doesn't really speak English.
Oh, does he not?
No. So I went over to him and I just went. I walked over and he gave me a big smile. He's got an amazing smile.
Has he?
And great teeth. And I went over to him. We did a little low 5, and I just had a cuddle. And I just went, and then walked off.
Was it nice?
Oh, it was amazing.
I got the picture of
Because-
that.
Have you?
I put it
Yeah,
on
he's
screen.
got a picture.
So, actually, if you don't know, Tanvir is an incredible photographer.
Yes, but look, the photos that he got for me are. I know Tanvir gets a lot of stick, but he's a good guy. You know?
Yeah,
And
he is
got
a
me the
good guy.
pics. So go and follow him on Instagram. Do we want?
Yeah, sure.
You're editing it.
What is it,
Tan?
Tanvir Aran?
I'll pop it on screen.
All
Of
that
course you
said,
will, yeah.
what I should have been focusing on instead of the game,
Yeah.
seeing his dick.
I agree. And you didn't see it?
I didn't see it.
Someone saw it?
Oh, yes.
Mr. Elliot Hackney
Yes, he
did
did.
see it.
That's why he's always in and amongst everything,
He's
Elliot.
Yeah, he's a devious man.
Does he ever watch this? Does he know about football as well?
Yeah, he said, oh yeah, because I knew you'd want to know.
Of course.
I was like, what was it like, mate? And he said, from what I caught of his piece, he was in the shower with him quickly, and he said it was a steady size. He said, but the girth on that bad boy was incredible.
Lovely stuff.
So great man, great girth. Well done, Kathy. Good cheek, Kathy.
Well done, Coffee. Well done, mate.
3 cheers for Kathy's girth. Hip hip.
Hooray.
Hip hip.
Hooray.
Hip hip.
Hooray.
One for
What?
Elliot. Hip hip.
Oh, yeah. Cheers.
We've got another quick one. This is from the other week, and just to say, I go through all the comments. We go through all the comments, and so for all the different bits, I saved them all. I've got a document now because you're all getting involved so much, and with that in mind, this is one from a couple of weeks ago, which I've been saving. Footballers Wangs. This is Hoggy Doherty.
Player called Hoggy Doherty.
Hoggy Doherty, yeah. I don't know if that's got anything to do with hog watching, which apparently is the term for spotting a footballer's wang. Anyway.
Hog watching.
Went to the Trafford Centre with the other half. Desperate for a slash. So went for one in Selfridge's toilets. 3 urinals, 2 cubicles.
Mm-hmm.
Turned out that 2/3 of the urinals were taken by Danny Ings of Liverpool and his mate. So obviously, I went for the middle.
Of course you did. Well, there's only 3. I mean, there's anywhere else you can go.
And to answer your question, Danny was packing.
Danny was packing. Well, I want to find one with a mini one.
Yeah, why is everyone...
Everyone's packing.
I don't
Like they've got everything already. Why
I think
don't
it's dangerous.
all have to be blessed with ginormous cocks?
We might get sued, though.
Yeah, I don't like that.
What do you mean you might get sued?
We might get sued, might we?
It's a joke. Lighten up. If they sue us over that, they really must have a tiny willy.
Lighten up.
Lighten up.
Yeah,
Get your
don't
cock
say
out.
that. Don't say that to people.
Go on, get your cock out. Lighten up.
Who you like? Why are you looking at it? Lighten up.
Lighten up. Just flick the bottom of his bollocks.
Disappointing
Just
headlines time.
lift the bollocks up slightly.
Just a little touch.
Lighten up. Oh dear.
Let myself down there. Disappointing
I used to get paid
headlines
for this.
time. Yeah, I still do. Irish club apologises after falsely reporting player's death. So we've got 2 here. This one's mad. So an amateur Irish football club have apologised after falsely reporting the death of one of their players.
What?
Dublin club Ballybrack FC had informed the Leinster Senior League that Fernando Nuno Lafuente had died in a traffic accident. Their game against Arklow Town on Saturday was postponed, while a minute's silence was held before other fixtures.
And then he came out and go, hey, I'm not really...
However, it emerged that Lafuente is alive in his native Spain and the league has launched an investigation. The league placed a death notice in an Irish newspaper, offered its heartfelt condolences to his family and Ballybrack FC before being noted Lafuente had not died.
Go on, what was the explanation? Why did this happen?
It's come to the attention of both the club and senior players and the management team that a gross error of judgment has occurred, emanating from correspondence sent from a member of the senior set-up management to the management team to the Leinster Senior League, Ballybrack said on Tuesday. An emergency meeting was held and the person in question has been relieved of all footballing duties within Ballybrack, its senior team and roles within the club itself.
I can't imagine that was a massive job anyway.
Yeah, the club were contacted by Fernando to confirm his whereabouts, well-being and are thankful for his acceptance of our apology on this matter.
But where was he?
I don't know.
Why
I
wasn't
think
he
he's
with
just
the...
chilling out in Spain?
So what? So he's so hang on. He's gone AWOL basically. It's supposed to be. Was he supposed to be back? Was he injured? What was going on? Give me more.
Okay, this grave... Good choice of words. This grave and unacceptable mistake was completely out of character and was made by a person who has been experiencing severe personal difficulties unbeknownst to any other members of the team.
Sounds like they're assassinating his character here.
Hmm.
I wonder if we could dig more of that. If anyone wants to give that club a call, what are they called?
Ballybrack FC.
Ballybrack FC. Give him a call. Try and find out a bit more about this, please.
Yeah.
I'm not doing it.
But you know, he's
can't be
fine.
bothered.
That's so there's a happy ending there.
Right.
Kind of. Here's another one. Now this is so disappointing. I'm happy to read this article, but there's been a couple of comments of people saying I'm fat shaming. Now this was tweeted to me. And this is other examples. You're saying I'm fat shaming, but whatever.
Well, yeah, you have a couple of times.
I wasn't.
You have.
Okay, let's not get into that.
Right.
Right, but this
just apologise. Don't say I hadn't done it. Say yes, I've done it. I won't do it again.
If anyone was offended, I apologise, but I wasn't. Right. Read this, and if you want me to read the article, I can do it, but I don't want to. I don't want to disappoint people.
My fella went down on me and found his missing 2006 Panini World Cup Suzanne sticker.
Do you want me to read the article?
Well, it was your. This isn't your comment, is it?
Someone sent me this. I'm just offering this up as a disappointing headline. If you would like me to.
Well, and bear in mind. Sunday Sport. So it's obviously not true. So it's fine. Read it.
Fine. Okay, right. So this is disappointing. Is this disappointing that the Sunday Sport are allowed to publish this kind of stuff?
The Sunday Sport they found like a loophole. Is it basically
get away with it?
Well, there's nothing to get away from. All the stories are completely fabricated for the point of satire and humour.
Right.
So they class as a newspaper, but actually in the lowest possible form, it's satire.
Yeah, it's more of a comic book.
It's just a laugh
Sordid
for
comic.
people with tits, but
Right.
if they got away from all the sordidness, you'd actually get quite a funny satirical piece there. But they don't sell for that. They sell.
Sorry.
Well, you know what I mean.
Yeah. This is a Sunday Sport exclusive from a while back, from the summer, by Simon Dean. That's Simon Dean. This is his job, writing about this.
There won't be a person called Simon Dean. Well, that's it.
Right.
It's nothing.
Really?
It's just blokes having a laugh.
Okay.
I've come up with this brilliant idea.
Oh my God.
Of course it is.
So
I would imagine if there's more than 4 people working on the Sunday
Let's
Sport.
just think it's true for a
All right, cool.
A Panini football sticker missing since the 2006 World Cup has turned up between a 30 Stones beauty's thighs. Zoe and Darren Fellows had just started dating when the Zinedine Zidane sticker went astray. His Germany 06 album remained incomplete until Darren went down on her at their Hull home to celebrate Eric Dyer's winning penalty against Colombia last week.
He went down on her to celebrate.
Lift up your gut, love. I'm going in.
Is that in the article?
Well, she's a 30
Well, then don't.
Well,
You're doing it
picture's
again.
there.
You're doing it again.
Can't add that.
You're doing it. Did it? Just read what they say. Don't add your own caveat.
Zoe, now 32, said, we started dating right at the start of the World Cup, which was in Germany that year. Then, you know, when they've got little paragraphs to, like, break up stuff, the word just says finger. Darren would have gone to Germany, but he was skin as old arseholes back then. So many of the first dates were spent watching football on the telly at his flat. He wouldn't lay a finger on me until the final whistle had blown, and he'd watch some of the aftermatch analysis. So yeah, he found it. I can't be asked to read the rest of that. It's absolutely ridiculous.
Well done.
Room 69, very quickly. Patrice Evra, Matthew Collier is saying needs to go in room 69 after his... Is it a turkey
Mate,
or
you
a
need
chicken?
to make a new room for him.
Yeah,
Not
what's
even
the...
room 69.
Yeah, because room
Is it the
69.
bacteria?
It's just horrible.
It was weird.
What was he doing?
It was weird. And I don't mind weird. I'm fine with weird. I mean, that last article was weird.
Yeah.
And I can
You're into it.
I get behind that, yeah. But the kissing a chicken like he was going down on a woman was...
He took a chunk out of it and started licking his
But it
lips.
was biting it.
Right.
Do I love it?
Like, there's a genuine risk of infection there as well. Like there's all kind... So
Did you see his apology afterwards though?
he apologised.
He apologised, but he was basically just going, he's just angry at vegans. He was like, and so then the next day after that, he did like one where he was like kissing asparagus.
What? So it was.
Weird.
No one gives a shit about.
Strange.
Like when I didn't even notice anything about vegan stuff. I just thought he really loved chicken, and that's how.
I think it was a Thanksgiving thing, was it? Maybe that.
Yeah.
Well, he's not even American, so that's stupid.
Yeah.
It was all a bit odd. He's kind of become like known for his Instagram now, rather than being a footballer. I preferred it when he was just a left back, but it's up to him. It's up to him. It's it's his own. Luckily, we live in a society with free media, free comment, and you can post whatever you want. Sometimes there's a comeuppance, and sometimes there isn't.
But should he go in room 69?
Nah. Might want to go in another room, but not that one.
Might want to visit.
What's the
his
conversation
local-
going to be like between David Moyes and Evra? I mean, that's good.
Like, I think as long as I'm quite happy for him to go there, but at the very least, visit your local GP.
Oh yeah, that's the potential for illness. You know what it is? The makeup of chicken, the meat, lends itself to certain bacteria, whereas other meats don't.
How does he not know that?
I mean, the risk is quite small, especially he's not ingesting any of it, but it's still a bit grim.
Okay.
So if you're out there, anyone who washes chicken, let me know what you get from that. There's people that wash chicken before they cook it, which is known to increase the risk of bacteria.
Wow, you're learning so much today. Flames advice time, here we go, which has been fantastic.
I'm excited.
So we said at the start of the podcast that there will be updates.
Can you just do the bagel one?
Yeah, we want to hear bagel.
Go
pie
straight to
first.
bagel,
Well,
or
I'll tell you-
does that come at the end?
So this is the reason why I didn't tell you then.
Right.
Because there is no update
Oh.
from
my
V-Talks.
What the fuck, James?
I'm annoyed.
No, yeah, but...
Everyone
but
go in the
now
comments
we're
right now.
annoyed.
Do this right now. Go in the comments. Go, where is the update
But
V-Talks?
Mate,
but
you
why
made it
did
seem
you...
like there wasn't update.
Yeah, you made
I
us
know.
believe...
I was looking forward to it as well.
No,
That's what I
don't
wanted
be
to get across
outraged.
to all of
We're
you.
outraged
this whole
with you.
time.
We're outraged with you.
Retention.
Oh,
Fair point,
mate,
innit?
I can't
They
believe
would've
you've done
gone.
us like
They would've
this.
I can't believe you've done this.
Gone. You know they would have. You know they would have
I
gone.
think they would have stayed.
The point is,
I'm
get in the
pissed off.
comments now. I want hundreds of comments just saying V-Talks, Bagel Guy. Well, no, Bagel Guy's better, isn't it? Bagel Guy.
Where's the update?
now?
Update now, otherwise they won't give it to us. He'll probably never talk to us again. Unless it went really badly and he hates our guts. Give him bad
Well,
review.
he shouldn't do because our advice is working. Last week you would have seen that the guy, Brooke was it, he took Flav's advice, it worked.
What?
And it's happened again.
What has happened
I've got
again?
some other updates. I've got some other updates.
Go on, tell me.
Right. So first of all, SCB. Who this isn't from the other week, I don't think. But he did say, hello lads, just wanted to say that you guys have given me the confidence to go take a risk and ask for this girl's number tomorrow. I'll check in soon to tell you what happened. Wish me luck. And he says, love the pod and all that stuff. So yeah, this is good. This is the point of my point here is that the comment section is giving people confidence. They're getting in there. So if you see SCB in the comments, ask him how he's got on.
Yeah, how'd you get on?
Because he's going to update us. You better update us.
SCB.
Where's the other one? Another one. William Allen Smith just checking in. Checked in last week about my date at the England game. Got to our third date on Saturday. Going to watch the new Fantastic Beasts this weekend. So William, again, good luck.
Sorry,
Make sure you give us an
what-
update.
I don't remember what that was.
Don't worry about it. This is the one.
right.
Luke Bingham. Do we remember Luke Bingham?
No.
No.
Now, Luke Bingham, he was going very well with the girl, wasn't it, Flav? And then he
Right.
got in a fight. Do you remember when he got
Yes!
in a
Oh,
fight?
yeah.
I do remember him. You can't fight a mate.
And he sucker punched their mate.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's
And so
sucker
you
punch.
wanted details on the fight,
Yeah, I wanted to know about fight.
and the advice that we gave him, I mean, he took it.
Okay, what happened?
So Luke Bingham said this.
I feel really tense.
How's it going, lads? Just an update on the situation from the other
I
week.
can tell by your tone this is going to go badly. Go on.
Flav wanted to know what the fight was about.
Yeah.
It was just a general drunken fight over nothing, really. So it was going really well with this girl. Then he had a fight with the girl's mate, bloke mate. Now the girl wasn't interested. What's he going to do to recover it?
Yeah.
But I followed your advice of
What?
apologising to the friend. So do you remember me? This is all car stepping up here.
Yeah.
I said, go to the guy, go, look, I've screwed up here, mate. I'm really sorry that I was drunk, blah, blah, blah. Take the L, as it were, as the youngins say. And then maybe she'll go, oh, maybe he's all right, because he can say sorry, which is crucial in a relationship. So, but I followed your advice of apologising to the friend, and I tell you what, it worked a charm! Yes! Get in there. Things have never been better than ever with the girl, so I want to give you a big thank you, big fan of the podcast and the Fighting Cock. Keep up the good work.
Yes!
Yes.
Go on then, son. That's the good. See, you fucking listen to us, and we will guide you through every fucking storm in your life. Just listen.
Jesus Christ.
To the end.
To the end.
Before,
That's such good news. It's the right thing to do. Apologising. It's the right thing to do. It isn't just about getting the girl back. It smooths every coarse surface.
Lovely.
Smoothed over. Just
Bro,
by-
I'm really tough for that one. Really,
I mean,
really
it was ours.
tough. Well, it was mine.
It wasn't really yours. Though.
wasn't yours.
It was ours.
You were like, just stare her out.
Just give her the eye.
Give her the eyes. That's your one.
I didn't just stare at her.
Tanvir, before we get into this week's one,
I mean,
have you got
it's a team effort.
It is, I know, I understand that. And look, the previous week you did it, and we'll see what happens with Bagel Guy as well.
Yeah.
When he fucking updates.
Yeah. Maybe
Tanvir, some young person's tips for the week.
I'm
with the late days.
not giving any tips today.
He's not giving any.
No. Because I don't
What
want
are
to
you fucking offering then?
I don't want to get too emotionally attached to these people. Bagel guy, I wanted the best for him, and he's not fucking here.
He's not even updated.
Where
he's
is
got
he?
point.
Where is he? How long would it take him to leave a comment on our comment section?
30 seconds.
30 seconds. Just say, I haven't done it yet. I'm shitting myself.
Which reminds me, like the podcast and make sure you check in. Right, let's get back to it because we're going to do our job despite certain people not doing their job. Oh, I haven't done the policing bit as well. Chief of Police will be announced at the end of this.
No.
Hawk. That's his name, which I quite like. Just checking in for Flame's advice. So, and Tavi, we're going to need you on this one. So, doing my nightly scroll through Tinder,
All right.
I found my old school crush.
That's like what happened with you on the... Is it?
What?
Have you mentioned that on a camera before?
Don't think so, I don't know.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
No.
All right.
Oh, that was an ex. This has shook me to the core and has actually made me attempt to improve myself over the last couple of days. Brackets started jogging again and not being as lazy as I was.
So just by seeing someone on Tinder, you started to improve himself. This
Well,
is great. You have to take these moments of motivation where you can.
Absolutely. So that I may seem more appealing to her. So he's trying to update the Tinder profile.
Right.
Long story short, we went to the same schools, had the same friendship group, and I asked her out a couple of times when we were younger. Brackets when I was 15 or so, I think. Now I'm 23.
Right, 8 years.
Haven't spoken to her in years, and our friendship groups are still weirdly linked without anyone talking to each other. My best friend's sister is her best friend.
Right.
So I know that they would be discussing me if it ever came up. So this is if he did the old swipe,
if he's
right?
swiped, yeah.
But she is definitely someone I'm interested in reconnecting with. So not through Tinder, that'd be awkward. So I'm trying to arrange a night out, which hopefully she will attend. The advice I'm seeking out is how to best approach this situation. Should I mention the elephant in the room, seeing her on Tinder, or play it slightly cooler? Any advice would be grand. Cheers, lads. Keep up the amazing content. So that's Hawk.
Hawk. Hopefully you don't refer to yourself as Hawk.
But if you do that.
Do that. Yeah, go up to a guy and go.
What, me? Name's Hawk.
Hawk. Sorry, what my name? What my name?
Yeah. Do you know what, actually, if you're from underneath a table, maybe bring it out from there. What, my name? Hang on a second. It's Hawk.
Yeah, don't do that. I see that it's the. I understand the value and the idea about creating a night out because it's relaxed, casual, and it's like, oh, fancy meeting you here, when really you've designed this entire night to trick this girl into coming so that you can then chat her up, which in itself is a little bit weird, but I can understand the hustle. And if there's no other way of contacting her, then it is what it is. Do what you can.
I think the setup's good.
It's good, but it's like,
because
it's kind of a long shot. What if you don't turn up? Then you just got this. You've got
to try, haven't you?
You've got to try. Love has to find a way.
Yeah.
So and if he's linked her on Tinder, just go up to her and talk to her about it.
Do you think?
What if he's done the swipe? I don't think he's done the swipe yet.
No, he didn't do anything.
He's just seen her on Tinder.
I don't think there's a match there. I haven't got a match on Twitter yet.
Yeah, because you're going balls out then, aren't you? If you'd match and she doesn't match you, you're done.
Yeah.
So you did the right thing by not doing that.
Yeah, good call. So I think the setup's good. I think you've done well there because you're kind of like 2 bits removed, and with the best friend's sister, there can be a bit of like validation. Going, oh yeah, you should meet. Blah blah blah. He'd be great for you. He could maybe there's got to be a bit of planting that goes on there. But it's got to be quite smart because otherwise there's pressure on it, and we saw that from a previous Flames advice when the girl got in touch. She didn't like the pressure being put on the situation, or people like staring, going, go on.
Yeah, so she messaged the podcast.
Yeah,
to get us
that's
all
what
to talk about
just to stop it. I think this could work out.
Right. Well,
what I would say
once you were there, how would it?
It's 2 things. Make sure I'd arrive late-ish, not too late.
Don't be the first one there.
Do not be the first one there. Make sure they're there first, okay? When you walk in the door, if you're with someone, make sure you're coming across like smiley, laughing, like she's going, oh wow, who's this guy? He seems to be having a great time.
Oh, I remember him from school. He was fat.
Yeah, he's fat. Look at him now. God, he must have been doing some work over the last few days.
He's got himself some kettlebells.
I like that. You've got to start somewhere. That's good. And then don't go straight for her.
No.
Don't go straight for her. If
Leave-
anything,
leave it an hour or-
Go through the sister that's the best friend, and then be like, oh, you guys went to the same school. Do you know each other or whatever? She'll be like, yeah, I know you, I remember you, and then you can get her some drinks and go from there.
and then you swoop in, Hawkeye boy. I like that.
Think of her as like. Think of her. Have you ever watched Swingers? The film Swingers.
Yep. Great film.
You're a bear. You're a big fucking bear.
No, he's a
and she's a
hawk.
little. You're a big fucking hawk, and she's a little field mouse.
Yeah.
And you swoop down there and you fucking fuck the shit up.
Oh my God.
Got this shit up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the psychological.
We
No,
wish you the best we can. We hope you get the opportunity to fuck her shit up.
in a good way.
But yeah, I remember as well. So once she's there, take a breath. Okay. Don't need to do it right there. You got the whole night.
Yeah.
And remember, she's gonna get more drunk.
Oh.
So early doors, and you're gonna get more drunk as well. No, it's good, mate. Don't be like that.
I just wonder
We
what
all
you're
know
getting at.
we-
What are you getting
The
at?
point is,
What's the matter
once,
with
once you've had a
she's
few
more drunk?
drinks, she's having a talk,
Right,
you're having a talk.
right,
Yeah,
right.
as long
You
as
know,
they're both
I
having
know.
drinks.
Yeah, they're both having drinks. He's not
Yeah.
just plying over drinks and staying sober.
No, of course not. Of course not.
He's
But
just
I'm
having a
saying,
water.
If you're there and it's 7:30 and then it gets to 8:30 and you haven't spoken to her yet, don't worry about it.
I reckon about 9:30's your prime time.
9:30 might be your prime time. And also maybe it's like, say she's with 3 mates, don't talk to her. Get on, start to chat to her mate, who you're going to be really relaxed with because you don't fancy her.
So when I first met my missus, I was talking to her mate, chatting her mate up, cracking on. She wanted it.
Sure.
And then I saw my missus. My missus saw me chatting to this girl, and I saw my missus. I looked at her and just pushed the other girl out of the way, just by her face, just like, I've had enough. And then they went straight over to Ollie and gets married.
Applied her a drink and she was Flav.
Well, I applied her with lots of
Well,
stuff.
don't. More of that on the process. Right, good luck. Make sure you bloody update us. And
Give her a
everyone,
good
once
plying.
again, get in the comments, please. Bagel guy, update us now.
Yeah.
Chief of Police, final thing this week.
Yeah.
Chief of Police, we had a vote last week. Now, this is interesting.
Is it?
Because we had Kean Vince, we had Chris Scott, we had Archie McVicker, who's willing to be Chief of Police on a part-time basis.
No, he wanted to be deputy.
And so that means you've got to behave and make sure you just police the comment section or chat room, as I like to slowly morph it towards, evolve it to.
Yeah.
Okay? So now the new Chief of Police, the winner of the vote is Chris Scott. Chris, well done. Congratulations. Or so I thought, Flav.
What's he done already?
He wasn't in the comments last week.
Oh, what?
I
Hey,
searched him.
are you sure?
I went through all of. Well, I scrolled all down. Unless he's in a reply, he hasn't done a native post.
Got to do a native post.
So, what I would like, I don't want to do any. We don't want to just keep sacking people every week because it's just
Give him a chance.
What I would like to hear are the thoughts of honorary president of the comment section, none other than Garrett.
Garrett didn't make a comment.
You made a fantastic comment.
Well, can we read it out,
Well,
please?
that was a while ago and it was quite long.
What, last week?
Garrett, I appreciate it. It's fine.
All right.
It's not. It's out of context now. But Garrett, this is the point of him as honorary president of the comment section of the One for the Weekend podcast. Just like to know your thoughts on this. And Chris Scott, if you've got any rebuttal to your, what's the word, going AWOL.
Just leave a
last
comment.
week, and let us know.
If you've got the time.
Yeah,
Members,
if that's okay with you.
And all the rest of you, remember to check in. It's good to hear from you this week.
Absolutely. So that's it. We hope you enjoy your weekend. Get behind the podcast. That's the main thing, innit? And good luck, Hawkeye. Tanvi, I thought you did much better.
Thank you.
Yeah, less obnoxious this week.
Slightly less affection. And Flav, bloody good to see you, mate. Bloody good to see you. Subscribe, like the stream, all that shite. We'll see you soon. Have a good weekend.
You got a smudge on your.
Stop.
No. Why'd you go straight to that? Smudge on your glasses.
Oh. No, it's just sometimes you get bogeys. Well, I'm not ashamed of it.
No, I'm not ashamed of it, but just it's not the go-to thing, is it?
I think this. I wonder if this is actually a scratch on the glasses.
Oh, it was more of a.
Because that's been there for a while now. I can't get rid of it.
What that little? Let me see. Oh no, that's annoying. You got to get rid of that.
But is it a
A
scratch?
scuff? You mean the glasses scuff?
Yeah.
You got to get it replaced. You can't walk around like that.
Is it that
You
bad?
got to have some self-respect. You respect yourself. You got your teeth done.
Costs a lot of money then.
You got yeah, that's true. What else you get done? Teeth. Loads of work in to get slim.
Yeah.
How's that going, Phil?
Yeah, mate, back on it today. It's really easy now.
Yeah.
Really easy. Right.
I'm doing the old lifting again, my boys.
How many times have you actually done it?
I've done 2 sessions, but the first one kept me up
In
for
your
a
living
week. Yeah, first one kept me up for a week. I was so unfit, and my body was like that. But it is good. It gets you fucked so quickly. Anyway,
I guess you fucked up.
just change it. Just your whole body just like in shock. Like my body's like, what the fuck are you doing? What are you doing? Stop that now. And I'm like, but look at you. Look at you. And there's like, we like the way we are. And I'm like, you're a disgrace. My missus didn't sign up for this. She wants more. And I want her to have more.
Yeah.
She wants one of those
But the body
But
doesn't.
overall, you're enjoying freelancing.
Oh yeah.